All signs point to this being the year DJI refreshes its main drone lineups. The FPV family may receive its first hybrid drone ever, the Avata360. The compact line could see its entry-level models renewed with the Lito, and the mid-range category might level up with the Air 4. But the real question is, when will we actually see these drones in stores? In this video, I'll connect all the information we have so far, analyzing rumors, past launch patterns, and insights I received from a contact in China. With all that data, we'll try to predict the most likely launch windows for these models in 2026. When we look at DJI's launch history, it becomes clear that there's a very well-defined pattern in how the company handles development, certification, leaks, and official releases of new drones. DJI typically works with product cycles of around 2 years between generations. There's also a noticeable pattern in how different categories are released throughout the year. At the beginning of the year, DJI tends to introduce more niche or experimental models. Mid-year is usually reserved for entry-level lines, such as the Mini family. And the end of the year is strategically saved for the most important releases, taking advantage of the higher sales volume during the holiday season. It has also become something of a tradition for the FCC certification label to leak, usually showing up about 2 to 4 months before the official launch. Based on past patterns, compact models and more popular product lines typically take around 2 to 3 months between FCC appearance and release. Larger models or more experimental drones, on the other hand, tend to take a bit longer, usually 3 to 4 months. Another pattern that consistently repeats is the intensification of leaks a few weeks before launch. At this stage, the frequency of new information increases noticeably. Promotional and illustrative images start to surface, often revealing key features and new functionalities of the upcoming drone. Around the same time, we usually see packaging, internal components, accessories, and even tutorial videos showing activation and operation. This exact pattern has happened with virtually every DJI drone released in recent years. But the most anticipated moment isn't a leak, it's the official announcement on DJI's own channels. That's when the famous teaser drops. A short, mysterious video that reveals only strategic details, without fully showing the drone. Traditionally, it comes out about 1 week before launch and includes the official sales date. And that's when the excitement truly explodes, because it's the final confirmation that the drone is about to hit stores. So based on these patterns, let's break it down and figure out which drones actually fit these criteria, and which ones have the highest probability of launching this year, and in what time frame. The first drone that checks every single box is the Avata360. In fact, the evidence is now so strong that it's no longer just speculation, and becoming a reality. At this point, the only thing missing is the exact launch date. Its FCC certification label leaked about 3 months ago. Around that same time, promotional images surfaced, revealing several surprising details about its main features. In reality, some images of this drone had already leaked months earlier, but at the time, DJI was presenting the project as if it were the Avata 3. It was only after Insta360 revealed the existence of the anti-gravity that DJI reacted, making it clear that they also had a 360 camera drone in development. Around the turn of the year, it checked off a few more pre-launch steps. Combo pricing details surfaced, along with real images of the drone paired with the RC2 controller. Last week, a tutorial video leaked showing the removal of the gimbal protector, battery installation, and the activation process. So at this point, it's highly likely that within days we'll be surprised by the official teaser, revealing the launch date and kicking off the final countdown for its arrival in March. Another drone that has already had a few images leaked is the Lito X1. The posts only show a few individual components, but they're enough to suggest that it's a small foldable drone. At the end of November, it completed the first major step that confirms its existence, the FCC certification label leak. And the latest news we had about this drone came from a post on December 11th, where it was revealed that the Lito X1 will also have another version, called the Lito 1. Therefore, based on this information, we can draw the following conclusions. Most likely, the Lito will be the successor to the Mini line. It will be a compact, foldable drone, with an affordable price and a weight under 250 grams. It will have two versions, the Lito 1, which should replace the Mini 4K, and the Lito X1, which is expected to replace the Mini 3, Mini 4, and possibly the Flip. It will feature all the latest onboard technologies, such as a LiDAR sensor, a 360-degree obstacle detection and avoidance system, a front display to show intelligent flight modes, internal storage, and O4 transmission technology. Possibly, the Lito will also inherit all the features of DJI's more modern drones, such as autonomous flight modes, which make it possible to perform pre-programmed movements without the need for a controller, simply by pressing a button on the drone. I believe that on the front, it will feature a central window to house the new components, such as the display that shows flight modes, the LED to indicate the drone status, and the LiDAR sensor, which is expected to have a range of around 10 meters. These elements have become almost mandatory on DJI's latest drones. In addition, it should also include high-resolution optical sensors, with fisheye-type lenses to provide 360-degree anti-collision protection. On the underside, it will most likely feature an infrared sensor to improve altitude measurement accuracy. All these sensors will enable safer navigation, ensuring reliable obstacle avoidance even in complex environments. The Lito should also offer the option of control via smartphone Wi-Fi, both for automated commands and for manual control using a virtual joystick. And just like the Neo 2, it is also expected to have a range of approximately 500 meters. Voice control through the smartphone app should also be maintained, and just like on other drones, all you need to do is press a button and speak the standardized commands.
Hey Fly, take a droney.
Another control method that has been very successful on the Neo 2, and that may also come to the Lito, is motion control. Advances in technology and artificial intelligence are enabling precise and safe movements. The Lito is expected to use O4 transmission technology, which provides a range of up to 20 kilometers with low latency and high stability. This would finally put an end to older technologies, such as O2 on the Mini 4K and O3 on the Mini 3. It would standardize DJI's lineup around O4 technology, which is compatible with the latest controllers, such as the RCN3 and the RC2. However, I don't believe the Lito will be compatible with the Motion Controller 3, FPV Controller 3, or the Goggles 3 and N3, since it is not intended to be an FPV drone. It should feature modern, powerful, and efficient motors, along with propellers that use a quick-release mounting system. This setup is expected to handle level 5 wind resistance, just like the Mini 4 and the Flip. Possibly, the Lito will come with two different camera options, and this is likely to be the main difference between the models. The simpler version should be the Lito 1, featuring a 1/2-inch sensor that records in 4K at 60 FPS, and takes 12 megapixel photos, similar to the Neo 2, but it will probably retain a full 3-axis mechanical gimbal. The Lito X1, on the other hand, is expected to feature the well-known 1/1.3-inch sensor, capable of recording 4K at 60 FPS, and capturing 48 megapixel photos, along with a 3-axis gimbal, just like the Mini 4 Pro. I also believe DJI will make improvements to extract maximum performance from these sensors, achieving greater dynamic range to deliver more natural and sharper images. The Lito should also be capable of rotating the camera 90 degrees to capture vertical images at full resolution, which is ideal for social media. It should include an SD card slot, but it will most likely also feature internal storage, which could be another key difference between the models. I believe the Lito 1 may offer around 22 gigabytes of internal storage, while the Lito X1 could come with approximately 42 gigabytes. As with other drones in the mini lineup, the Lito should also have two battery options. The standard battery is expected to deliver around 30 minutes of flight time, while keeping the drone under 250 grams. The Plus battery could reach up to 50 minutes of autonomy, but would push the drone over the 250-gram limit. It's also possible that these batteries will be compatible with other mini-series models. As revealed by these leaks, the Lito 1 will likely be the successor to the Mini 4K and should therefore be priced at similar levels. The most basic version currently costs around $330, while the more complete version is priced at approximately $490. The Lito X1, on the other hand, is expected to replace the Mini line, where the entry-level version costs around $430, and the most complete version reaches about $700. Even though it's already FCC certified, several steps are still missing before the Lito's official launch. So far, we've only seen its arms, which, interestingly, appear to be exactly the same as the Mini 3. No full images of the complete drone have surfaced yet, so we still don't know what its final design will look like. Because of that, the most likely launch window points to mid-year. Another drone with a strong chance of launching this year is the Air 4. Even though there are no concrete leaks yet, rumors in China suggest it's already in the development phase. And that makes perfect sense. By October, it will be 2 years since the Air 3S was released, which aligns with DJI's typical 2-year product cycle. So the timing feels right for DJI to refresh its mid-range dual-camera drone lineup. Based on technological evolution and the trends of DJI's most recent drone launches, there is a strong possibility that it will be a slightly smaller version of the Mavic 4 Pro. It would keep the same spherical camera concept, but with 2 lenses, occupying the entire front of the drone and capable of rotating 360 degrees. As a result, the drone's body would also follow the Mavic 4 design language, with obstacle avoidance sensors in the same positions and a front-facing LiDAR sensor integrated into the drone's arm. The main feature of this drone is its dual camera system, and I don't see any reason to change that concept. It should keep the 1-inch main sensor with a wide-angle lens, while the second camera may receive an upgraded sensor, but is expected to retain its 70mm lens, providing 3x optical zoom. The Air 3S was the first DJI drone to feature LiDAR technology, and the Air 4 is expected to retain this same sensor, which has a range of 25 meters. However, it should be even better, as its object detection capabilities are likely to be enhanced by powerful AI-based processing, which is expected to evolve even further by the time of its launch. The Air 3S already has a solid 20 kilometers range, so the ideal scenario for the Air 4 would be something around 25 kilometers. If it stays below that, it could be surpassed by the Mini 5, and if it reaches 30 kilometers, it would match the range of the Mavic 4, which is a top-of-the-line drone and significantly more expensive. The Air 3S already has a very solid 45 minutes of flight time, but with advances in technology, the Air 4 is expected to reach around 50 minutes of flight time. As for pricing, the Air 4 combos are expected to follow the same pricing strategy as the Air 3S. The most expensive kit should be the Fly More combo, which includes the RC2 controller, an intelligent charger, and 3 batteries, along with the other basic accessories. This combo is likely to cost around $1,500, not including taxes. There is also the possibility that DJI will introduce a new bundle, similar to what it did with the Mavic 4. We may see an Air 4 Creator combo, featuring increased internal storage, and the RC Pro 2 controller. This bundle would likely be priced at around $2,500. The 4G module should continue to be sold separately, but there's also a possibility that it could be integrated into the drone's internal circuitry, functioning almost like built-in storage. It's also possible that DJI will finally release an electronic ND filter for this drone. Currently, the Air 3S is already an impressive drone, so the Air 4 is expected to exceed expectations even further. It is well positioned as a mid-range dual-camera drone, meeting the needs of users who sit between the Mini 5 and the Mavic 4. Its weight of around 700 grams also provides good stability and strong wind resistance. But after all, when will we see the Air 4 in stores? Considering the rumors, and DJI's typical 2-year gap between new generations in the same lineup, it's very likely that the Air 4 will launch toward the end of this year. As soon as I have more information about these drones, I'll release new videos with the latest updates. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.